Thank you. Well, I don't know about you, but after that talk by Phil, I'm a little nervous about what we're going to look forward to. And if I'm nervous, I can imagine what a lot of little kids are nervous about. I think there's not one child in the world that doesn't worry about things. And let's try as hard as we might to assure them that things are going to get better, and it's never going to happen. Sometimes that stuff does happen. But this is a little song that we love because it's a way to tell a child how to kind of just calm down about things. Sit beside the breakfast table and think about your troubles. Pour yourself a cup of tea and think about the bubbles. You can take your teardrops and drop them in a teacup. Take them down to the riverside and throw them over the side to be swept up by a current, taken to the ocean where they're eaten by some fishes who are eaten by some fishes and swallowed by a whale who grew so old he decomposed. He died and left his body to the bottom of the ocean. Now everybody knows that when a body decomposes, the basic elements are given back to the ocean, and the sea does what it oughta, and soon there's salty water. It's not too good for drinking, so they run it through a filter, and it comes out from a faucet and is poured into a teapot, and is poured into your teacup. It's just about to bubble. Now think about your troubles. Sit beside the breakfast table and think about your troubles. Pretty good catch. Thank you.
Thanks. I feel better now. How about you? Here's a, talking about education, here's a song. Everyone's homeschooling these days. We were talking earlier about teaching yourself. That's a great idea, but, teachers, but homeschooling, blah, 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 blah. But here's a song about home churching.
Kind of the story of how the more things change, the more they stay the same, I think, really. It was Sunday morning in our town, and I sat on my steps and I stared at the ground, and I bowed my head while they shuffled past, all the saints being called to the morning mass, and off in the distance there rang a bell. Way off in the distance there rang a bell, and it rang for for the saints and the sinners as well. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. I remember the lessons of Sunday school, and I can't help but think maybe I'm the fool. But I see no sign of a greater plan, just the joy and the sorrow of my fellow man. And off in the distance there rang a bell. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. And it rang for the saints and the sinners as well. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. And here we stand while life rushes past, between the first breath and the last. And here we stand between east and west. And here we stand between birth and death. I was watching the news the other night. There was a war on the left, there was a war on the right. And it's no surprise that it's us or them. It's a long way from heaven to Bethlehem. And off in the distance there rang a bell. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. And it rang for the saints and the sinners as well. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. Way off in the distance there rang a bell. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. This is my husband, Rich Moore, and we've never done anything like this before in our lives, anything like this TEDx thing. We've seen, the videos.
I started playing in the bars.
That's right.
So you want to talk about coming a long way.
We are delighted to be here. It's really a cool thing to be a part of, and we want to thank Andrew and Ken Frickless for inviting us to come. And we were kind of a little mystified about, the time and change thing being the theme, and we're just like folk singers, and we didn't, we thought, well, should we, pull out the stops and
not to mention
do the
that we had to. I mean, I've been listening to these talks all night, and let's face it, we're all kind of looking inside a little bit, right? Oh, that's me. Like, for instance, I'm the slow reader. All right? Took me no way when I was a kid could I get through Mr. Charlie the Fireman in 2 weeks. I mean, I kept the library afloat with those fines. I was part of the business plan, slow readers, So whoever was giving that talk, just be careful next time because you hit a nerve, all right? Second of all, I don't always eat right. Now, we get vegetables every Monday from the CSA, and Mollie cooks as well as she sings, and I really mean that. Anybody who's had dinner at our house will tell you that. She's a great cook, and we try hard, but, I don't like kombucha. I just don't like that stuff. Ugh, I'm sorry, Don't mix alcohol and gasoline, don't drink gasoline, and don't drink kombucha. But I tell you, sometimes all I really want is a cheeseburger and a martini. And a salad, and I'd be following my bliss. Because that's what I would like. Sometimes it's just all I want,
We'll do that later, honey. We'll leave here and find you a martini.
But here's a song about time after time.
Time after time after time after time, and lots of change. And as I said, we didn't want to do the obvious and, do the times they are changing. Or, we were trying to, find something really thought-provoking And the closest thing we could come up with is this next song that we just happened to have recorded with a family band that we have with me and Rich and our 2 daughters who are very talented. And my brother Tim, some of you may know Tim O'Brien.
They're girls, yeah. Not
They're
those
girls, they're girls,
deficient boys.
We have a family band with...
You heard what Randy Newman said. Randy Newman, he's been married twice. I got to tell you this story. It's true.
Brother,
It supports. This is a good one. No.
I was wondering how we're going to fill up this 15 minutes.
Well,
but...
we only know 3 songs, so. No, he said, look, I got married and I had 2 boys and I raised 2 boys, and then I got married again and I had 2 girls, and I'm glad I had the boys first and then the girls, because if I'd have had the girls first and then the boys, I'd have thought the boys are retarded. So fortunately, I had girls. I'm a big Randy Newman fan, and I had 2 wonderful girls.
So, well, we have an equal opportunity band that we have coming up. You may hear about it coming down the road. The O'Brien Party of 7, and it's 7 people, 4 guys and 3 girls, and the girls dominate. So this is a song that we recorded for the CD, and I think it might even be the title track of the CD. And it's a Roger Miller tune. Nobody thought about the human condition and put it in a better perspective than Roger Miller, and this is one of his songs. If I was a bird and you were a fish, what would we do? I'd guess we'd wish for reincarnation. Wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? If I was a tree and you were a flower, what would we do? I guess we'd wait for the power of reincarnation. Reincarnation. Wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? I love you, you know I always will. I'm a girl, you're a boy, but suppose you were a rose and I was a whippoorwill. If I was a bird and you were a fish, what would we do? I'd guess we'd wish for reincarnation. Reincarnation. Wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? I'll play it again, Rich. I love you, you know I always will. I'm a girl, you're a boy, but suppose you were a rose and I was a whippoorwill. If I was a tree and you were a flower, what would we do? I guess we'd wait for the power of reincarnation. Reincarnation. Wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? Wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? Reincarnation.
Sing it with me.
Reincarnation. Everybody. Reincarnation. One more. Reincarnation. Oh, wouldn't it be a sensation to come back to like a reincarnation? Thank you.